erste Spieler stand schon im Vorjahr hier im Finale. Dass er aus den Top 16 herausgerutscht ist, ist ein Betriebsunfall, den er bereits repariert hat. Denn er ist dahin zurückgekehrt. Er ist ein dreimaliger Turniersieger. Und in diesem Jahr will er einen Schritt mehr machen als im Vorjahr. Barry Hawkins! Der zweite Spieler hat diesen Titel bei der ersten Ausgabe und der zweiten Ausgabe gewonnen. Er überzeugt mit seinem unnachahmlichen Stil. 6 Titel in einer Saison, das hat außer ihm noch niemand geschafft. Bitte begrüßen Sie den Weltmeister von 2019 und amtierenden Masters Champion. Hier kommt Judd.
Wonderful atmosphere inside the Metropole Arena here in Nuremberg, a brand new venue, of course, for this tournament, which was first staged back in 2016. Judd Trump won the inaugural version. He beat RonnieO'Sullivan and made a successful defence against Stuart Bingham in 2017. Micah Kessler, the home favourite, has the honour of officiating our final, and what a match it could be. These two players have produced some outstanding snooker to get this far, not least in yesterday's high-class semi-finals. Who is going to prevail today?
3 up, 7-6. He still needs 2, Trump. Now 3 away.
Yeah, welcome to our viewers on Eurosport 1. You've just joined us at the ideal time as this final of the European Masters is just bubbling along nicely. Judd Trump trailed 7-3, now back to 7-6, and there's a lot of tension out there. The cast iron grip that Barry Hawkins had in this final has dissipated somewhat, and it's now going to be a battle to the winning line.
Barry Hawkins 6.
It was all going so well for that man, but Judd Trump through lots of good play and no little heart and courage has got himself right back into this match. Oh, he has the gap for the blue. Not easy to pick your spot here, not easy to land on your spot. Going to rely on somewhat good fortune to get nicely on one. That's not bad.
6.
A bit of pressure on this next red. He's got to show Judd that he's remaining strong and holding firm. Under normal circumstances, quite a straightforward shot, but yeah, well controlled.
7.
It's the strange thing, isn't it? He's still in front. We should remind ourselves of that. He's still 7-6 up. You'd have taken that at the start of the day. It's just obviously the fact that Trump's coming back at him pretty strongly. Player who really thrived in the Barry Hearn era. He was always sort of known about Hawkins. He'd been in a few semi-finals early in his career, but when the number of tournaments went up and he was able to play more regularly, that's when he started
15.
to find success. He won the Australian Open 2012, and at the end of that season, of course, got to the World Final, where he did push Ronnie O'Sullivan, who had to play some of his best stuff to win that title. Could have been a lot better, trying to open things up.
22.
See the disappointment.
Barry Hawkins, 22.
There's a chance to get in, but the chance passes to Hawkins, and these shots at these moments late on in finals can be so important. It's a real emotional roller coaster, this, for both players.
Just about the worst angle you could wish for on that red. one of those Judd would be able to play it, I think, more effectively. I mean, Barry might well be able to get the cue ball out of there, but it needs a lot of power. And all in all, that's pretty good. Now he's got to steady the ship here. Normally this is a sort of black, he'll just brush in, no problem, but there's a bit of pressure on it. Well handled.
Another chance then, of course, he didn't miss when he was in first time. He just, opening the reds, didn't land on one.
Nine. Sixteen. Yeah, sure. 17.
4.5 hours. Engrossing contest, this. Hawkins trying to push himself towards one frame of the title. Just taking a moment to have the cue ball cleaned.
Played that ever so well.
24. $25.
Yeah, just higher straight on this black. He doesn't, in an ideal world, want to entertain that red on the cushion, but he's going to have to. It shouldn't be a major problem. The fact that he's absolutely perfect on it.
32.
So red, black, red.
Yeah, to just get a bit of breathing space, keep the Judd Trump comeback off track for now. Trump tried to get in,
40.
Mr. Red. Hawkins was already in front in the frame. This red, barring snookers, it's 8-6. Crowd here fully aware of that. If there's a plant, that'd be very handy here, just to stop any playing on for snookers.
47.
Not quite set, so 75 in it, 67 on.
Barry Hawkins, 47. And the frame.
So Trump's not coming back to the table, so he now has to win the last three. Barry Hawkins has moved to within one of winning his 4th world ranking title. Big moments for the Hawk. He leads Judd Trump here in Nuremberg. 8-6. there's also plenty would love to see Trump come back. And that's what he needs to do. He's made a few comebacks in this tournament. 4-0 down to Chris Wakelin, 3-0 down to John Higgins. He needs to complete another one if he is to be our champion. And for Barry Hawkins, well, he's been in 4 ranking finals since he won his last ranking title. He's also been runner-up in a few other events as well. The Masters, the Shanghai Masters, big tournaments. He's lost to big names, as I mentioned earlier, but he's one frame away from collecting another trophy and really transforming everything. Having dropped out the top 16, he'll be back in. He'll be in all those tournaments we mentioned earlier as well. But I tell you what, if that's the first shot of the winning break, then he thoroughly deserves it. That is sensational.
Yeah, it was almost in fact, the red up near the blue kind of forced him to put all his eggs into the basket there. There was no bailout, so. In a funny sort of way, it worked in his favour, and saying that, he's still got to knock it in. What a pot.
6.
First chance to get it won. And if he does, and I'm sure we'll see on social media players congratulating him, I can tell you it'll be genuine, because you won't hear a bad word about Barry Hawkins from anybody.
Yeah, played that nicely now. He has some good options here. Not least of all a half ball yellow or brown, and into the side of the pack of reds. Be a nice target from a bulk colour. So good connection on them. There's every chance of springing pink and maybe even black into play as well. Bonus ball, this red, but pink's not on. What can he do? How can he get the cue ball back up table from this? It's actually quite awkward. He's got that quirk, hasn't he, as a left-hander. He plays with the rest right-handed. It was quite awkward. Let's say it was about all he could do cue ball wise now.
Did not touch the sides, did it? What a terrific pot.
Yes.
Again from Hawkins, standing up to this. Trump poised, hoping for a chance to come back to the table.
Yeah, so difficult this to get the perfect glancing cannon on the red. Oh, he couldn't have played it better.
30.
Yeah, it never comes easy, this game, doesn't it? He's kind of... he's on 2 reds, but he's not nice on either. The one piece of good news with the red to left middle is that he can sort of hedge his bets a wee bit with a cue ball if he wants to, or it's the far corner. Yeah, I like the middle pocket. Just checking if that loose red goes past the yellow. But he seems to have his heart set on the far corner. Here we go.
And in a way, if you miss it, the worst thing you'd be is close, because the red stays by the pocket. So it was a valiant effort. Could he, of course, have been on an easier red than that, but it didn't drop.
One. Three. Four. Nine. Ten. Twelve.
That was always the worry with that shot. The red that he was going to contact was always going to push to the right as we see it. I mean, you can't really, you can't be too critical. He's trying to get but that red, the minute he hits it, it's going to go right and cover. Yeah. I understand he's trying to win the frame in one hit, and you can't blame him for that. But Barry Hawkins will be so relieved to see that.
Yellow ball. Judd Trump, 13.
Well, this next exchange is clearly crucial now. It could decide the title if Hawkins comes out on top in it. Equally, it could give Judd Trump another chance to pull back to 8-7. He's disappointed there, you can see it, that he wasn't able to continue.
is this going to nestle? No, but here we go then. I don't think Judd's going to be in any mind to refuse this long red. He doesn't have really any other option, quite honestly, but if he plays aggressively for position on pink, he's got to get this, because if he doesn't, he's going to be leaving plenty. He's got to get it.
So Barry Hawkins, 17 in front in the frame. He needs to win the tournament. Back in. Can he stay in for a few more minutes? The thing is, last year he played so well to reach the final. As we know, he didn't perform in the final. The season got no better after that. It was very disappointing. He dropped out the 16, sat out the Crucible, didn't qualify. So it was not a happy year, but one good week in this sport can transform your entire fortunes, maybe your entire career. And here he is, poised to win ranking event number 4 if he can just hold himself together for a few more shots.
5.
And if he does, maybe we can all stop saying he's underrated, because he shouldn't be. He's a brilliant player. We've seen it in all areas in this tournament.
12.
He's knocked out the world champion, Luca Brissell, last night. Mark Selby, one of the great competitors in our sport. And now
13.
has it in his hands to beat Judd Trump in the final. He's come unstuck against some big hitters in finals over the years. This would be maybe his most satisfying victory ever. And he's been pressed. I mean, at 7-3, looked a big favourite. Trump hit back and hit back strong. But here we go. This is the moment. He knows it. He tried to get in there, tried to make something happen. But if Barry Hawkins pots this black, he needs a snooker. He's not going to celebrate yet. He knows too much about this sport to be getting carried away. He wants this in as well.
Yeah, this is the one that will absolutely seal the victory, and in it goes. Barry Hawkins, what a performance. He came into this final under all sorts of pressure, not so much that he'd have been listening to it, but people were asking the question, has he got it within him to face the very top players in big finals and get the job done? Well, it looks like he has.
And he's done it the hard way. He's not had an easy draw, far from it. And to do it so early in the season, that could really, as I said, transform his entire fortunes.
33.
Back in the 16, champion of champions, Players Series, all of that as well to look forward to.
Barry Hawkins, 33.
So the lead is 50, 35 on. I guess with the red, there's always the hope of the free ball. Credit to Trump this week. He could easily have been out to Chris Wakelin. He's shown a lot of steel in this match as well. And I think we'll be seeing plenty of him this season in the latter stages of tournaments.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Judd is back and back with a vengeance. Not that he was ever that far gone, but yeah, he's going to be at the business end because his form has been superb all week. Looking much like his old self again.
And also credit to this audience here in Nuremberg. They've been wrapped in this tournament from day one. A new venue, hopefully here to stay. Oh, this really is trouble. Can just see it. Or maybe not. So he's got to try and hope it goes safe. He didn't, and Barry Hawkins pots it, and now he can celebrate. And he should do, because he's been through a bit of a rough patch, but what a week he's had. It's been a long wait for ranking title number 4, more than 6.5 years since he won his third. So the Hawk soars to the title here in Nuremberg. Gracious from Judd Trump in defeat. He recognises how well Barry Hawkins has played this week. He's beaten Luca Brissell, he's beaten Mark Selby, and in the final, he's beaten Judd Trump by 9 frames to 6. And particularly to do it somewhere like this, where he gets all the players get such enthusiastic support. Just a wonderful moment for him in his career and a great springboard for the season ahead.